YouTube. This won't be the best quality for this one, but I know it's been a while since we have made a video. We finally moved to Texas. Finally getting closer to going to the Air Force. I still got a little bit of work to do, but we've been extremely busy. It's the only reason why we haven't been making videos, but a lot of stuff has been happening to the point to where it's time for me to say, okay, yeah, it's a sign to make another one. I had a couple of stories to tell y'all today. And the first one is going to be of which I tell y'all. Let me see how I'm gonna put it. For the people out there in the world in life who have their own code of conduct about how they like to do things. Say you have overbearing people in your life, whether it be family or friends or anybody. You know how you want to do things, and you're committed to learning the wisdom to do said things, but the overbearing people in your life, they choose to only look at when you don't listen to what they specifically tell you to do. Even though you heard the wisdom, you're not going to use it right away, but you do keep it in your mind because, wisdom works in different ways all the time. You can't use what people tell you to do all the time. But it's good to have in there because, you're going to run into moments where you might need whatever somebody said for later. And that's okay for you to use it in your own way because everybody is different. But the overbearing people decide to disacknowledge that you were actually listening, even if you use the advice that they told you in your own way. And then because you're not listening, these said people decide, we're going to go and make up lies about he or she because they didn't listen to what we told them to do exactly, and they wanted to be over dramatic about it. And in doing so, you cause destruction and friction of said he or she's personal life because you're being messy and you're being fake. A question to respond to below in the comments. How would y'all approach that? Because I'm in this phase of my life right now where I'm going through a lot of fakery. And, there's a lot of people in the world who their feelings kind of make them who they are. So there's sensitivity involved with it. Because, sensitive people, it's important to have feelings. But, you start to learn the lesson that as much as you try to have feelings towards overbearing people, whether they be family or friend, they don't always have your best interest in hand, especially if they want to look at things only from their perspective and it's their way or no way. And they like to throw the phrases of you're not there mentally yet, or you're still a kid and all this other stuff because you choose to go about things in your own way. I'm finna go to the military soon, like I mentioned. I've had a lot of people telling me a lot of things, advice-wise. Most of it has been good. I can't say it's been bad. Most of it has been good. Most of the advice I still can't use till I actually get there. But it's in my head. But there's a lot of people where God's putting me through a trial right now to see how I'm going to, pass this test of all these people who are in my life right now who are choosing to remove themselves from my life or be completely fake to me in general, only because they don't like how I'm doing things in any type of way, and they're choosing to only acknowledge when I mess up a little bit or when I mess up in general. And I'm learning the hardest lesson that I didn't want to have to do because I'm generally a very easy person to get along with. I'm very nice. I can be very nice. But I got limits, man. And with my girl being an empath, she can always sense when something's off with me every time. I'm not an emotional type of person, but she can always sense it even when I try to hide it from her. And it's getting to the point to where if I keep allowing these burdens to hang on my shoulders, it's gonna bring her down and my family down. And I can't do that. So this is an adjustment period. For the purpose of this video, this is an adjustment period. I can't get into too much detail right now about what I specifically mean about what I'm talking about, y'all. Because there's gonna be a time where I do. It really is, because every time something juicy, so say, happens with me, because juiciness with me, there's normally lessons out of it, or certain experiences that are being thrown at me for a reason. And a lot of people in the world can learn from the experiences, because, it takes, I'm 22. I'm 22. I just turned 22. I'm just starting to figure my life out. Up to the point to where I can say, at least, I know what I want to do with my life. I know what I got to do. And I'm making the steps to make sure I do it. Now, by the time I'm 26, I have a great feel on where I need to be in life with my family. I'll be up there, Lord willing. Because for the most part, I got the right people in my corner guiding and directing me. And I know they'll always be there, or they'll be there for as long as I need them to, until God decides to take them away. But I've been dealing since I've been out here. I got COVID. When I came out here, I got COVID. I got engaged to my girl recently. I went somewhere in Texas to do that. Got engaged. Got COVID in the same area. I was reckless. I don't know how I got COVID, but the rest of my family got it. And then there was problems out of that because I was a little reckless. Because when I got it, I didn't exactly tell my family, because I'm a person who normally keeps himself healthy all the time. So it's really hard for me to swallow certain pills when I get sick of a certain degree, to the point to where it limits me, because I had to stay, because I'm staying with my parents. I had to stay in the room for a while. Give or take about a month. It was boring. My girl and my son had to sleep in the living room, my mom and my sister. That was hard for me. I don't like being separated from my girl for very long. Now, when I go in the military, that's justifiable, because I gotta go make bread. So I gotta do it then. But until that moment, I like staying near my girl as much as I can till it's time for me to go. I had to go through that trial. In my recklessness, because I decided not to tell my family that I had COVID, or I didn't tell my parents, because it just really bothered me. I made the foolish mistake of not telling them, and it caused my family to get sick, caused my sister to go out of her mind and bash and ridicule me, overreacting to the point to where it got out of hand to an extent with me and her. And right now, how it's going with life in Texas for us, I'm almost done. There's a lot of friction in my life right now, but like I said, the purpose of this video is to explain that when you have that friction in the approach that I'm about to take, I'm learning that in this world, when stones are being thrown at you based around a certain topic, you gotta adapt. For the people who've seen the Avengers Age of Ultron, Ultron mentioned something about the Earth, I guess the world or the Earth, and he said God throws a stone at it. I don't know the quote exactly, but the people that have seen the movie know what I'm talking about. God's winding up right now, and I'm adapting for it, because I gotta take the approach where I don't really care anymore, because if I don't take the approach, I'm not gonna be able to move to the next step I can move on to mentally, because there's a lot of things trying to bring me down right now. And you know, I pride myself on my mental control and my patience with a lot of things. So in order for me to keep that patience and the stuff that I'm known for, I gotta make the adjustment to stop it from affecting me at all in general. There will be more videos about specifically what I'm talking about. There will be. Because me just walking around with it, I could easily turn it into a story. And it'll help me get it off my chest. But this was that and an update video, because it's our job to tell y'all what's going on with us when we don't show and y'all don't hear from us for a certain amount of time. So now y'all know. I'm on a walk right now. I'm gonna go back to my walk. But there's gonna be another video coming. I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, but it will be soon. Otherwise, it's been good talking to y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all be safe with the COVID around. Wear your mask. Have a good day.